This is KVUE News at 5.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Terry Gruca.
And I'm Mike Rush. First tonight, that vote on Capitol Hill. House Republicans passing their plan to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare.
This is a big win for President Donald Trump and the House Speaker, Paul Ryan. But what does it mean? ABC's Janae Norman breaks it all down from Capitol Hill.
A major win for President Trump.
And thanks to the leadership of President Donald Trump, welcome to the beginning of the end of Obamacare.
This is a repeal and a replace of Obamacare. Make no mistake about it.
House Republicans fulfilling their pledge to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act.
Are we going to be men and women of our word? Are we going to keep the promises that we made?
But is it a win for the American people? The latest ABC News Washington Post poll from last week showed just 37% of Americans say Obamacare should be repealed and replaced. 61% say it should be kept and fixed instead. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi saying Republicans are only making health care worse.
Does Trump care lower health costs? No. Does Trump care provide better health care?
The current bill that CBO previously estimated would mean 24 million Americans lose coverage over the next 10 years, phases out Obamacare subsidies in favor of tax credits to help Americans buy insurance, ends penalties over time for Americans without insurance, phases out the expansion of Medicaid, and allows states to opt out of the requirement that insurers cover basic health services like maternity care, mental health treatment, and even ambulances. But the fight isn't over. That bill, without its own score from the Congressional Budget Office, faces an uphill battle in the Senate.
You're walking the plank for what? A bill that will not be accepted by the United States Senate.
So many groups have come out against the GOP health care bill, from patient groups to health experts, even at least one big insurance company not for this plan, and it will be picked apart with a fine-tooth comb before senators cast their votes. Janae Norman, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
A long way from done, but it is not only a big day for health care in Washington, but President Donald Trump signing another executive order. Here's what it does. First, it allows churches and other religious groups to support or oppose candidates without risking their tax-exempt status. Plus, it offers regulatory relief for religious objectors to an Obama-era mandate that required birth control as part of their health plans.
We will not allow people of faith to be targeted, bullied, or silenced anymore.
One thing that is not included is a provision that would have allowed faith organizations to avoid serving and hiring gay people. But the ACLU has already announced a challenge to the executive order.
We have new information tonight in that deadly church bus crash that happened in Uvalde, Texas last month. The NTSB released its preliminary report. A few new details. Two witnesses recorded a 14-minute video following behind Jack Young in the truck. The video ends just before the head-on collision, but shows Young crossing the solid white line 37 times, driving into the grass at least 5 times, and crossing the double yellow center line 19 times. 13 people died. Only one person riding on the church bus survived.
The University of Texas will hold a remembrance ceremony on campus in honor of those lost last year. They will also take time to honor Harrison Brown, who was killed in Monday's stabbing attack on campus. And tomorrow night, the university's a cappella group, the Ransom Notes, will hold a concert as a celebration of Harrison's life. He was a member there. Harrison had a passion for music. He was part of that group. Donations will be accepted at the door for Brown's family. The concert will be held at Hogg Auditorium at 6, doors open at 5:30.
Well, you know that $720 million mobility bond that Austin voters passed in November? Well, today, City Council made some big decisions on what to do with some of that money. KVUE's Amber Downing was there. And Amber, what kind of changes will we be seeing?
Well, Mike, council decided exactly how some of that mobility money will be spent and approved contributions and road closures to Capital Metro's plans for a new downtown Metro rail station. Driving on 4th Street between Red River and Trinity Streets will soon be a thing of the past. In the next couple of years, it'll transform into the new downtown Metro rail station.
We currently have a very small station. It's a temporary station. It was always meant to be a temporary station.
The new station will have 3 tracks instead of 1 and have a pedestrian plaza.
In order to be able to do that, we need a bigger station that ensures the safety of passengers, but also allows passengers on our rail to connect to other modes of transportation.
Other modes like bikes, buses, rental cars, and hiking paths. City Council approved closing 2 blocks of East 4th Street and making 5th Street two-way at Thursday's meeting.
So it sounds as if restrooms were included in the original design and Capital Metro cut them for financial reasons.
Mayor Pro Tem Kathy Tovo disappointed that the current plans don't include public restrooms. Cap Metro pledging to make them a priority.
We understand the importance of public restrooms at a rail station. We want to have that for our riders.
Council also decided where $39 million of the November $720 million transportation bond money will be spent. $9 million towards Spicewood Springs Road at 360, $12 million toward the corridor construction program, and $18 million towards sidewalks, bike paths, Vision Zero, and substandard streets. More construction ahead, hopefully, meaning less congestion in our future. So a $50 million TxDOT grant will help pay for the downtown rail station, and we could see construction on it as soon as August. Amber Downing, KVUE News.
Thanks, Amber, for the update. To the Capitol today, Texas children could get some relief from having to take so many standardized tests. The House of Representatives set to take a final vote on a bill to reduce those numbers. KVUE political reporter Ashley Godot live at our Capitol Bureau. Ashley, lawmakers say this redirects the focus.
Yeah, Terry, that focus, they say, should be education, not test taking. The House of Representatives is addressing this with a number of bills today. HB 22 passed on final vote. It revises the unpopular A through F rating system for schools and districts. It decreases the number of ratings available from 5 to 3, delays when those ratings go into effect, and campuses and districts won't get overall ratings. Representatives are also set to approve a bill to reduce the number of standardized tests students have to take. HB 515 eliminates all high-stakes testing for students in the 8th grade on down. Those are the tests that determine whether a student advances to the next grade. The bill's author, former teacher and superintendent Gary Van Dever, says teachers should have the freedom to teach instead of having to teach to a test, and adds students shouldn't have that type of pressure.
We've heard the stories of 3rd graders throwing up the day before the test because they were just physically ill. This eliminates that pressure on those students.
Now, under HB 515, elementary and middle school students will still test in certain subjects. Those tests just won't determine if they move on to the next grade. There also won't be a retest, and the test will be given 2 months later than it is now, so kids have more time to learn. There's also some changes for older students. An amendment to the bill eliminates the social studies test and replaces it with a civics test. Now, the bill got the initial okay yesterday, and the final vote is expected to happen soon. Then it will head on to the Senate. Live at the Capitol, Ashley Godot, KVUE News.
The Hays County Sheriff's Office needs your help tonight finding a missing Wimberley woman. Sheriff's deputies are looking for 62-year-old Gina Marie Edwards. There she is. They say she was last seen Tuesday night on Ranch Road 12 in Wimberley. Authorities believe she does not have a vehicle. She may be with a yellow Labrador Retriever that goes by the name of Sunny. If you have any information, call the number on your screen.
Sunshine, low humidity, and comfortable temperatures. It's just been a fantastic afternoon. Let's take you live outside with our downtown camera. Highs today, upper 70s to right about 80 degrees at the airport. And temperatures right now generally in the mid 70s in many spots here in the metro, as cool as 74 degrees in Giddings. Clear skies and low humidity allow for temperatures to drop into the 40s in the hill country, 50s here in Austin. Tomorrow looks dynamite, and then the temperatures and the humidity start to climb as we head into the weekend. That could lead to some small and rain chances for next week. We'll talk much more about that coming up.
Lots to watch for. Thanks, Albert. It is a part of history used more than 50 years ago. And you can drive it and fire it yourself.
Plus, change is happening among Britain's royal family.
You're watching KVUE, where trust is earned.